Hello guys, namaste. Namaste to all. Welcome to Punny Deals. So this is Sumant and I'm a host of Punny Deals. So today we have a giveaway like PostMaker. Generate content ideas, images, and for more for social media. So we have a giveaway for that, and also live streaming also. So we have a postmaker founder. So Mr. Phil Duffy.
Hopefully my video is showing this time. Thank you very much for having me on Panny Deals. I'm really excited to show you what we've got and then also answer any questions that people might have about PostMaker.
Yeah, Mr. Phil. So actually, your video is not visible. Can you check on it?
Okay, let me just check a second. Oh, try one more time. Do exist.
Yeah, that's okay. Take your own time.
Is it working now?
No, actually. Yeah, I think your internet connection is a little bit low.
Sometimes it comes and then
Yeah. It's
then
it's
appears
it's
again.
it's got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. How are you? How's it going?
Yes, very well, thank you. Very well. Yeah, thank you for having me here and showing PostMaker.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your valuable time for me and my audience. So we have a for so we are going for live actually. So we are on it. So we have already 3 to 5 members, and we can start now. So,
Okay,
hello guys.
I
This Phil Duffy. So he's the founder of PostMaker, and he's going to be discuss about how just a minute. How a PostMaker. So how it will be works and how we have a discuss about that. We are going to discuss about that. So let me.
yeah. Perfect. Hello. See people saying hi. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, okay, Mr. Pilla. So you can go and just give me a brief intro about you, and then after that, so please explain the detailed postmaker, about postmaker. So
yeah.
after that, we'll go for
Uh,
the commenting and questions and comments for that. For the, I mean,
yeah, perfect. So I
yeah,
am, yeah, a developer through and through. I am a coder. So PostMaker is just me. Um, and I built it because I was trying to build another data product. And similar to lots of people here, I expect I'd bought lots of lifetime deals, had some great schedulers, but I did not have the content to go in them. So I started putting together some script to go, okay, how can I maximize the effort that I'm putting in? I had a couple of ideas, but meant that I was only posting every few weeks or when I remembered. So by creating the script, it meant that I could publish stuff more often. And this was before ChatGPT, everything like that. But even still, I found using the combination is really nice to be able to get idea and then expand that further and further. So yeah, poker is just me. I do everything. I am much happier at code than marketing. And you might see if I demo, you might look at how I try and write social media posts, and you'll probably have better ideas than me. But it's had some great feedback. It's always a thing. We've got a really Facebook group around it as well, that are giving ideas and sharing feedback, which always makes a difference. Yeah, it's been completely bootstrapped. So there's no big investment into the company. It's me building it for the people who want to use it. Yeah, I suppose that's really where I'm up to at the moment. Perfect. Would you like me to take you and do a demo?
Sorry.
Would you like me to do a demonstration of PostMaker?
Yeah. So please share your screen. You can share your screen and can give me a demo of PostMaker.
Okay, let me just
Yeah,
make sure
yeah,
I
but
can
your
share the
voice is a
time.
little bit late, but it's okay. I think your
Okay,
internet connection is bad, so
it might be, hopefully sharing a screen might be slightly better.
yeah, sure, you
So
can.
perfect. Cool. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen, so you may
Okay,
go.
per- perfect. So the idea of PostMaker is to take one idea and turn that into lots of different ideas. And what PostMaker does is it doesn't schedule content itself. It creates a CSV file, so a spreadsheet that can import into other schedulers. So if we have a look here, and we will just have a look at one of these that we've got. So we'll have a look at EcoSprout. So these are different brands that I can create content for. And so if you're creating stuff for your own website, you might only have one brand. But if you're doing stuff for different clients or you have different other websites, you can add these as different brands. So we'll have a look at EcoSprout, which is an example company for garden. Okay, so within here, this is where I can create my different campaigns. So this is a bunch of social media posts that I will be creating. So we'll just go ahead and create a new one here. And we'll call this colors in your garden. Perfect. So this is going to be all about adding, if I can type properly, colors to your garden. There. Perfect. So here we can see the different social media providers that we currently support. And this list is growing all the time. If there's one that people know supports CSV, then we can get this added. With these different providers, they also have different fields available. So some of them might support images with their import. Some of them might support different tags, for example. So depending on what they support, we add that into PostMaker. So we're going to add a campaign now. And the first thing that we will do is we'll just create a new post. So this is where we build up either the Twitter, the Facebook, wherever we want this to go. So let's start writing. So would you like to see some more in your garden? And here I'm going to show you one of the core things about PostMaker, and this is the Spintax. And I'm not sure if any of your audience have used Spintax before, but that allows you to put different variations or options into your post. So do you like, and so instead of just saying, for example, red roses, we could say red or pink or white roses. What this will do is this will create a social media post of 3 different social media posts, one for each of these. And I can very quickly show you what that looks like. So if I come up to results, This will just take a second to generate. Just as it's doing its processing. And so here you go. This is fairly simple. Would you like to see some more color in your garden? Do you like white, roses, white, pink, or red? This is a very kind of basic example. So we can come in here and we can choose. Let's just go for. Oh, don't even know if you can get cyan roses. And then instead of do you like, we could say you prefer, you love. And here what we've done now, because we've another set of Spintax, this is it's almost like a multiplication. So it's these 3 times these 5. So these are 15 different potential posts that we can create. What I would probably do if I was creating this as a social media post is probably add a bit more variation. So would you like to see some sort of more color? Have bright colors. We can have and this is where your audience are probably much better at writing this than me. But here we have another 3 different variations. So this is a potential 45 different posts we've got within here. And what we can also do is we can just add a hashtag. So this will be a placeholder for some hashtags. So if we come in here and we can just put in garden colors, flowers, roses, tulip. I'm just going to make up some different stuff in here. And we can say, okay, when it generates this, what it will do is it will add between 1 and 3 hashtags into here for each post that it generates. We'll go ahead and have a quick look at this now. So here you can see, would you like to see some lovely flowers in your garden? Do you like red roses with the tulips? And you can see here, this is an easy way to kind of create variation in your posts. And it's a nice way to talk about maybe a blog post or your product in different ways, or use wording that targets different audiences. And these are nice to be able to drip feed over a long period of time. You wouldn't do this same post every day for a month because people will be bored of you very quickly. So you would mix in a variety of different posts. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add another post, and we're going to have a look at kind of some of these other options that we've got. So you can pull content from a website. So that's another thing that you can do. Let me just see if I can. I'm just going to find a flower website a second. Let's see if I can. I've just found another on my other screen a second. This one's going to work, but I've just typed in a website. And let's see if this brings back content for me. Otherwise, I will find another one. Okay, so what this has done is this has gone to the website. It's pulled back some of the images for me. And it's also pulled back content that might work well in a social media post. So this is something that I'm refining at the moment, is how to make this even better. But we could add this as a post idea. So we could come in here, and it's already taken some of the words that we could do different Spintax variations on. so instead of compliment, we could put, for example, to match your style. This is a quite nice way you can find a website that has content that might be useful and pull that through for kind of starting your social media post ideas. All posts just shows you posts that you have created before, so that you might end up with some templates that you want to use, and you can simply add those. RSS feeds, I can show you that later on. Ideas, this is just a list of ideas, some kind of template social media post ideas that you can just add and get started. And we also have a bit of AI in here. This is one of the newest features. I'm looking to add this in a few other places. But if we say flowers in the garden, we want to target business people. I don't know why they want flowers in the garden. We're saying this is for Facebook, and we want to increase reactions. And this will help come back with a post idea for that we can use, because we know that sometimes kind of just getting started can be quite tricky. So this is why we wanted to create a way just to help people get started. So again, this takes a little bit of processing for it to come back. And this is using ChatGPT behind the scenes. I've managed to get myself access to ChatGPT 4, but I've not enabled that yet. So here you go. So there's just a couple of ideas here that we could take and use for ourselves. If we add this, this will just kind of add it all as one big post that we might want to split down into different bits. But one of the things that we can do, for example, we can see here that they've used emojis. Emojis can be a way to kind of add different variations in here, which is these out. There's now 3 different posts just because it'll have one for each of those different flowers. So what we also have on this side here is we know if people are creating social media posts for a particular brand, they might end up repeating themselves lots of different times. And so what we'll do, I'm just going to clear this down and go back to the first note. So the colors of flowers is something, if we have a flower business, we might refer to these quite frequently. And so what we can do, instead of typing all of these out every single time, we can turn them into what we call a variable. So we're going to click on this and we're going to call this flower colors. Cool. So you can see that's now disappeared. And here it says, do you prefer love, flower colors, roses? And if we come into our variables, so we can see our new variable over here called flower colors, and this is our list of colors. So we could go ahead and add some more in here. So I'm just going to yellow, peach. It's going to test my coloring. Go green. Perfect. So now we have a bigger list of colors. And if I go back to here, we actually now have 81 posts because it's going to generate as a post for these additional color. And if we want to use this again, we can come and we can say, we love in our let's do this in our backyard, garden, yard. What do you like? Perfect. So this very quickly is 27 different posts that we have made just by kind of reusing some of this content. And one of the ways that you can use variables is if you've got a call to action. So if you're saying, so don't click here to see our website, all these types of calls to actions or reasons for people to do something, you can save those into a variable and reuse those across your campaign. And it just makes it a lot easier to create content fairly quickly. So if we scroll down a little bit further, so these are some of the fields that we use for Publer. If you've got different links or different images, you can use PostMaker to pick a random one for you. So I'm just going to open up Unsplash on my other screen. And I'm just going to grab some pictures of flowers. So all I'm doing here is just grabbing the Unsplash public URL. It's going in there. Let's grab one more just so that we can kind of see what that looks like. I'm finding out. Cool. So I'm just going to post in more here. Perfect. So if we have a look at this now, looking results, you'll see some of these here. So we love pink our backyard. What do you like? And you can see what it's done is it shuffles all of these different posts together. So when you export, it's a mix of them. If you've done like I've done here, where this one has got lots and lots of posts, we could even say, actually, only generate me 15 of those. So even though there's a potential 81 it could create, only give 15 in my suite. So again, so we'll see a few more of these where I've added those images in. Come back and have a look at some of the other options that we've got in here. So I'll do that on this other post. Is we also have what we call a dynamic image. And what this does is it's fairly basic. I'll be honest, this is something that we're building up, or I'm building up, is you can use content, build it dynamically. So if you say, do you like, if we say either color or flowers. So you can even use the Spintax in here. So when I go to create the results of this, and these ones just take a second for it to process because it builds these up dynamically. So there's all those ones. And then they should be through in a second. There you go. So this one says either do you like color or do you like flowers? So very basic, but can do things like use some of the spun values up here. So imagine this is the first bit of spun content. So that's number 1. That will be 2. And the flower color will be 3. So hopefully this works for me. So the idea behind this is this would say, do you like red? Let me just say flowers, just so that makes more sense. See if this works. And you can put colors are great. So there's a bit more customization that you can do here. You can add a background image or an image in here. It's just this dynamically kind of changes just to give you a bit of contrast on here. That'll do. So let's see if this works. So there you go. So it says let me see if I can open this in a new tab. So they go, do you like pink flowers? Colors are great. So what's nice about this is if you've got a quote or if you're talking about a product or something like that, it will, yeah, they'll all have a unique image for you, done pretty simply, but it does mean that you've got that kind of scroll stopping image that can go along with it. Okay, and the final thing that I'll show you before I kind of open up to kind of any questions is the ability to have a slightly different variable. So if I go in here, so sometimes you've got particular content that needs to go together. So for example, if you're selling a flower and it has a particular price, that flower and price always need to go together. So this is one for flowers for sale. We can give it some information if we want. We can choose whether this is available across my whole account for a particular brand or a particular campaign within a brand. So it's going to say this is available everywhere. And this is going to be a CSV table here. So this is going to be name, color, cost. Okay, and we're going to say rose, red, and we're going to do 199. We're going to say a tulip, if I can type, yellow, more, and we're going to do another pink, and that's going to be 249. And let's just add a daffodil. Hello. Just me three. Okay. If we scroll down, we can just make sure that we have formatted our thing correctly. And if we go back to our campaign, and so here what we can do is, this is something called a variable for the post. And once I've selected that, the variables that I can pick down here has changed. So let me just go back to none. And when I click there, we can see that name, color, and cost has appeared. So if you want to add some color, you can buy a, so that, yeah, a beautiful shade of color. I'm going to put yours for just the cost. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So what we're doing for each row that we had in our variable, it's going to, when it generates this, swap out the name, the color, and the cost. So what we'll do is I'm just going to these are the ones that we're just having a look at this. Have a look at the results. So here you go. So the daffodil, which was yellow, was 3, the tulip pink. So this is a nice thing for people like affiliates that have lots of content or stuff you can talk about it, and then make sure that you've got the right thing to go with it. If you've got a particular image, you could use so if you've got a field called image, you could use that down here, and then that would use that in the image field. And so this is where you can scale up. This is where the benefit of Spintax is. So it's create one for each of those at the moment. But if we want to scale this up, we can come back and think of some great ideas. So instead of a beautiful shade, we can put a beautiful, gorgeous shade. We can put a hue. And then, yeah, for different calls to action, you can build those out. And again, yeah, we'll have a look. And yeah, so this is up to 48 posts now, which is a nice way to be able to kind of drip feed these out. The final thing I will show you is the schedule. So certain schedulers allow you to pass in a date time for when you want these to go out. We use a cron schedule. They look very scary to start with, but they're not too bad. There's a handy link here. But what you can do is you can say, for example, let me get this right, at 4 o'clock, I'll probably get this wrong, so just bear with me a second. There we go. So it's a good place to start with. So starting from tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I want it to create a post every Monday at 4 p.m. And so, for example, if I change this, instead of doing it on the hour, I can do it at 2 minutes past. So you can say at 2 minutes past 4 every Monday, or you can say Monday and Tuesday. And I think this one's the month. Yes, here you go. You could say, okay, at 2 minutes to 4 every April on Monday and Tuesday. You can see it's gone from 2023 to 2024 to 2025. So this is, again, a nice way to be able to kind of tweak stuff, get a custom schedule in. So, you know, these posts will be going out at this sort of time. And this is really quite flexible, this. You can do Monday, so it could be Monday to Wednesday. So again, same times in April, Monday to Wednesday. So this gives you a crazy amount of control over this schedule. And then once you're happy with what you've got, you simply download, and this will give you a CSV with all of that content in to import into your scheduler. Yeah, so that's the main run through. Just wondering, hopefully if you're still there, the audience is still listening, and if you have any questions.
Yeah, Mr. Pill, that's awesome actually. So awesome for a post maker. So we have a questions from yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
So
move that screen.
yeah,
Okay, cool. I can see those questions now. Do you want to choose the order of the question, or shall I just pick ones at random?
no. So I'll show it on screen. So
Okay,
then you can answer it.
okay, okay. Because I've not tried it with the Bulgarian language, but I can certainly add a drop down so people can select their own language. So things like, then, yeah, let me know and I
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
that
So
added.
yeah, we got it. So there's a question actually. Do we we have a AI like artificial intelligence?
Yeah, so the areas that I'm planning on using AI for, you saw in the inspiration, that's the where we're going to kind of help generate a post idea to get you started. I'm also looking to add that when you're building your variation, or so your variables. So where I added the colors, or if you're building up your calls to action, the idea is that you'll be able to write a few of them and say, okay, write me some more of these. That's one of the areas that I'm looking at.
Mm, that's great. So we have a second question. So is there any way to schedule a batch of posts? So where each variable only show up once in the batch?
So the way that you would do that is using the CSV variables, so that so it would only come up once in that. That's the way that you would do that. Otherwise it will just generate of everything. Yeah, because it doesn't quite know which one that you only want one of, if that makes sense.
Sorry.
So if I show you let me try and show you that as an example. Yes, so if you did the flowers for sale, then if I don't do anything else and just say the name of the flower, let me just turn off the other one. Then that would only do on once for the post. If you then add some more, that's going to go to, this would end up duplicating that because it'll create one of those for each one. So yes, you can't just say, okay, only use this once, if that makes sense. Cool. Yeah. Have you got another question?
Yeah, we have another question. So,
Okay.
is work with the particular language?
Yeah, so that one, yeah, we can, if it doesn't, or I'll add a drop down so people can choose their language. I think that's the best way to do it. But yeah, features like this is we can get added fairly simply.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, actually, your voice is little bit late, so that's why I got a get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think it's a internet issue, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go for the
Uh,
next question. So also, is the generated image is licensed free?
yes. So if you're using let's find this one here. So these ones, yeah, they're all, yeah, absolutely free. There's no license. It's just, essentially it's a HTML picture. If people put in a image here, then they'll need to be responsible for that image that they add. So let me just show you an example of that. So I'm going to find a picture a second. So for example, if people add, it's not a very good resolution picture, but if people do add an image in here, they would need to make sure that they're licensed for that image. But if they're just adding something themselves, then that's absolutely fine. And we just work with publicly available images in here. Kind of showing you some of the stuff that you can do. There you go. Cool.
Sure.
I don't know. Back.
Yeah. Hello. If I'm audible. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me okay now?
Yeah. Yeah. Am I audible?
Okay, so yeah, so the license free, so yeah, you can do whatever you want with this image that comes up here.
Yeah. Fine. But did you get me? So, am I audible to you?
I can
Can
hear you,
you?
yes, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you. And so we'll go for the next question. And so, is there
Yep.
a
Um,
way to add a affiliate link automatically, like the end of the post? So, I have a same doubt in So, I'm a moderator of my community, though. So, I need to schedule it.
Okay.
Okay, you clarify.
So for the affiliate links, you would need to um, probably just save that as a variable. Would probably be the best way to do that. Because you might be creating content that might be not affiliate content. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a way that we could do it so there's always a particular bit of content. Yeah, so the recommended would be just to create a variable with your affiliate link and then just add that when you're creating your post variations.
Yeah.
Price and plans. So we're currently doing a lifetime deal on PitRound at the moment, but normally it's $39 a month. But yeah, PitRound be the place to go for at the moment. Have a look at what different plans that they've got available on there.
Yeah, that's great. I think sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Phil. So, so I think the comments are in. So let me wait for the questions. So, Mr. Phil, so can you give me about what is your roadmap? So you have already AI. So and Postmaker content, post it content itself or not?
Sorry, you broke up that time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you?
So my question is, so Postmaker post content itself or
So not the plan is not to post content ourselves. One of the ideas that I do have is for it to call a webhook. So if you use Zapier, Pabbly, Integrately, is it can call that on a schedule, and then maybe people could use that to post to wherever. The reason that I don't want to do this posting myself is I want to really focus on making content, because as soon as I think about posting myself, then people want analytics and link shorteners and things like that. So my goal with this is to make it very much about the content. And it also means that if other platforms come along, so Twitter, if everybody stops using Twitter and something else comes along, I can easily support that and make this stay around for longer.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that's good. So we have a no. Yeah. So another question I have. So you know, is there any like inbuilt social media scheduler? So we can I mean, is there any schedule for like inbuilt in Postmaker inbuilt scheduler?
No, there's no. So it does not post to social media itself.
Okay. So
No.
is there any
So
expect? I mean, shall we expect for like in future?
no, so like I was just saying, so the plan is to only work with other schedulers to import the content, or as I mentioned, being able to send a webhook. So if you know Zapier or Integrately, so the idea is that we send a post there on schedule, and then that would post. But yeah, there'll be no inbuilt scheduling.
Yeah, that's good. So, shall we know like so what is your roadmap? So what is the Postmaker roadmap, and what kind of updates can we expect?
Okay, So I'm currently building out the roadmap at the moment. So I've put in a changelog and feature in here, which is all coming. It's being built at the moment. The first thing I'm working on is better RSS support. So if people have a blog with an RSS, the idea is it will pull in the new article it finds. It will create a campaign automatically for people so that they can choose to either start with that or tweak that. So it's meant to make that a lot easier for people. After that, it's going to be about the webhook so that it can, people can use the things like Pabbly Connect to send this content wherever they want.
So yeah, that's great actually. So we're actually waiting for that. So actually, I especially love. I mean, I especially impressed for that. Every Monday and every Monday or every Saturday, so we can schedule it that right. So I especially like that part. I
Yeah,
think yeah.
it's really powerful, that section. And one of the things I've not actually showed you, which I really like this bit, is let me create a new one. And these are, so I created a blog post around interaction posts. So what we could say to people is, do you prefer, so we can use this twice in here. Okay, and there is something we can do. So there's advanced bits of functionality that I do need to document. What this will do is this will say, do you prefer one color or the other? And by doing the asterisk, it shouldn't have the same, it shouldn't say red or red. So let me just have a look at this. So here you go. So it says, do you prefer yellow or blue or green, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I think I need to do 2 asterisks. Let me just check. I need to check the code on this one. And so this is quite nice. So I've done this before where I've had a list of books, also fiction books, free books, or business books, and saying, which one do you like? And being able to ask or get questions from people, this is quite a nice way to be able to reuse some of your content in a way like this. So by using it multiple times, and we can give people an option of things to choose from, which is quite cool. There are things like, let's see if let me save this schedule. So if I go, okay, we want to start it today and we want to end it the end of the month. So say we have a competition coming up and we want to do this at several times during the day. Perfect. So what I've got here is, let's do Monday to Friday. So every day at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, I want to do this. And you can see that there's only a few posts, a few options here. What we can do is we can do something like answer before, and I can do until. This is probably where it'll break now because I've not thought about this beforehand. Oh, I need to check how I've done that. Is it until? Might just be like that. I will check this. But there's ways that you can get this to count up or down to a particular time, which is really quite cool. Let me try since. Otherwise, I will need to look at something. I remember how I did this one. Okay, I will check. But you can get it to kind of count how many days until the date or how many days after the date. Oh, it's because I didn't save this. Let me try that one more time. Do 12 Monday, Friday. Start from today to the end. I need to save that. Let's see if that's still there. Might not make sense. No, it's still not liking me. Okay, but that functionality is in. I just need to fix that up. Perfect. Okay. It's there. I've just seen another question come in. So different languages. So people have been using this for lots of different languages. There's no reason that your content to be in English as I have got here. There was a good suggestion before around the AI. So I'll have a look at adding a language option in there. But yeah, people are on this for any language. I've not checked support for right to left languages yet, so that might be the only one that I might have difficulty with.
Yeah, that's great. So I think, sorry. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Bill. So I think, hello.
Hello? Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think the comments is going to be in. So we have enough comments, and so actually, so we actually waiting for that, campaigns for automatic lender or webhooks. So we're waiting for that update.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
Um,
so you is there like just brief me about integration part. So is there any integrations like?
so integration is something that we're looking at to be able to get more integrations in. One of the obviously with PostMaker, there's two types of integration. I would like more data to be able to come in. So Google Sheets is something that I need to add back in to make that easier. Adding into some of the affiliate providers or stores is another thing that I'm looking at. And then the integrations out. This is where, I want to be able to just be able to call a webhook to be able to send the data. That's the main integration. And then also, add any schedulers that support CSV. So if people know of any schedulers that they support CSV, then we can get those added. It probably normally takes about a day to add that in.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So and we have another question. So how do the
Okay.
batches get posted?
Okay. So again, so this depends on. I'm not sure if you saw. So when people export the CSV file, is this will need to be imported into. So so I've used Publer quite frequently, and this is the one that I've got set up here. Is you just upload that CSV that we've exported into Publer. One of the nice things about Publer is you've got the ability to use the tags in here. So for example, we could tag this as a question. And I know Publer's got slots so that this would get posted in my question slot, for example. So you just import these and away you go. And if you use the scheduling information here, then they'll get applied to the file that you export. So Publer will use this date Otherwise, it will use its own algorithms or ways that you've set up your posting within that scheduler.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill, thank you. So I think so we are in for the so I think that's all for comments. Uh,
Okay.
so is there any like so is there an announcement for you never be announced before that? Is there an announcement for the like future updates for Postmaker?
Um, I'm trying to think of anything. Anything exciting? Did you say an announcement? Any announcements?
Yeah, like just updates.
Can
So
you?
if you want any, if you have any like any updates, you never, you never share in before anyway.
No.
So like,
So the
you have,
RSS.
is there any?
Yeah. So the automatic campaign creation is something that's new that's coming along, and also the variable suggestions. That's not something that I've kind of talked about publicly before, but the idea where if you're thinking of calls to action and you're typing in here, and the ability for it to suggest other ones, that's something that I'm excited about. But all of this, I work very closely with the community that's using it. So yeah, this give feedback only went in, I think, a week ago or less than that. So people can really help shape the direction of this. Yeah, I just want it to really help people that don't have a massive team to do it. Yeah, when I've been testing some of the ideas, I've definitely used Chat GPT. I've gone and asked it, you can get it to write in Spintax, which is really nice. So you can, yeah, say, yeah, add more Spintax variations. So you can write a post idea and then say add more Spintax variations. It will do it for you. And what's really nice, you can just copy and paste that into here, and then kind of tweak from there. So it's a good resource to use alongside this.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. And is there any like, is there any plan changing? You know, yeah, is there any pricing plan change?
Uh, Not at the moment. So we're kind of fixed on that price at the moment. Obviously, we've got the deal going on with Pitch Ground for a short while. So obviously, pointing people that direction or through your favorite affiliate of Pitch Ground, then yeah, I would recommend doing that. With all these types, I want to get monthly recurring revenue at some point, but this is a good way for me to kind of add some more users, get some more ideas in, and kind of take the product forwards. Like I said, it's just me behind it. I just, yeah, I love the platform, what it can do, and I love what people are doing with it. So the pricing is kind of just to help cover the costs for it. Yeah, I don't need to pay any shareholders. I don't need to pay any investors back. I just want to create a great product.
Yeah, that's great. So, can you give me information about so where Postmaker stuck and where is the head office like? So where it located?
Yeah, so this is my study. It's in my house, and so we're. You can probably tell by my accent. I'm in England, so I'm just between Bristol and Bath. So yeah, just in the southwest of England.
Yeah, okay, okay. So
Um,
it started with I mean, within your home.
yeah, yeah, and it's still there.
Yeah.
It is just me.
So
So
what about your team? And so yeah, how many members it will start and
yeah, no, it started with me, and there's still me. So yeah, I do everything myself.
That's great. That's great. That's actually super great. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's good because I get obviously full control over everything, and I like talking to the users, um, and yeah, it is going from strength to strength. There's been a lot of work behind the scenes over the last month or so. Um, so some of the functionality that was there has gone, but is now coming back to being more stable, and to help me build the next kind of set of functionality and features.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, it's awesome. Uh, so I think I mean one man army like. So is there any challenges like you? I mean, yeah, when you I mean in this whole journey, how many challenges you face, and is there any difficulty challenges?
Um, I'm trying to think. It's the challenge is getting people to pay per month for it. That's definitely a challenge. Um, I think for me personally, is because I love coding so much. I am much happier coding than marketing and selling it, and also trying to explain what it can do. So yeah, I think a lot like a developer, not a salesperson. So yeah, I'm sure if there was a marketing person on the team, it would be better.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. So, thank you, Mr. Bill. Thank you so much for having me here. So, I think you have a valuable time. You know, you maintain a whole team, like you're one man army. So your time is very valuable. So I can understand that. So thank you for
Yeah,
valuable time. And
no,
so Ritwik Podatori and like he sponsored the one giveaway. So we are announce the giveaway winner for tomorrow, Will. So
yeah,
who
perfect. Yeah, but
yeah, yeah. So in our Facebook community, so we are announced that for tomorrow. Okay, so
yeah, perfect.
who participated actively in live or in community. So
Yeah,
I mean we announce tomorrow, and we extremely thank you, Ritik Poduturi, to for that giveaway. So thank you so
no
much.
problem at all. No, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for the people that have come to watch as well. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. So thank you. And from personally, yeah, you are I like a great guy. So you started with one person, and I mean, you one person only. You did this much of so you can enjoy the success actually. So I'm an all the best for the future. So from my end, so and
Th-
from my
Oh,
Panadian end. So thank you so much, Will, to having you. Have a great day.
perfect. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, that's all for today, guys. So we have a winner. I mean, we have one giveaway. So extreme. I mean, personally, we thank for that Ritvik Potatoria and pitch ground team. So so I think today we can. So the postmaker is actually it's very it's very interesting and exciting too. So we have Spintax support to scale content effort and dynamic image generation. So content we can extract content from web pages. So yeah, it's quite common, simple setup and easy of use. So all features are available. So I personally recommended Postmaker. So and we have a we can schedule for a week. So we can like Monday to Friday. So Monday to Friday in 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. So we can schedule that. So that's actually awesome. So thank you guys. So I think we are going to end this session for today. So thank you so much, and we are announcing the winner for tomorrow in our Facebook community. Uh, and so for more about, I mean, for more details, Facebook, I mean, there are deals, LTD deals, news, and for digital marketing news and whatever it may be. So please join our community. Like we have a like so please follow the Facebook page, and after so we have a YouTube channel link in the description. So subscribe our channel, and thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having here. Thank you.